Hi guys, this is Rusty 78609, Central Texas, USA. September the 11th, 2017, Monday at 9:52 a.m. Temperature 70 degrees, perfect in Central Texas, USA. I'm just leaving the Kingsland post office. I had to go feed the moth, but that ain't what I'm going to talk about. What I'm going to talk about today is I did a video the other day about trip planning and how I simplify it and all that kind of stuff. But since it's getting more and more crowded out there, camping, there's just more and more people out there, you're going to have to plan your trips a little better than I do, I think. The reason I say that is to find a nice private campsite in the western United States, private I mean where it's not really all that crowded, you're going to have to use some of the apps that are available over the internet or at the Play Store or Apple iStore or whatever you call it. And the two best ones that I have found, now I have used for the past few years, I have used an app called freecamping.net. It's a free app. Again, it's freecamping.net, and it's got a lot of info on, it's basically totally free camping. I mean, it's pretty good. I give it an 8. And it's not the website people's problem. Sometimes people leave bad information or incorrect information, not totally correct about the campsites. But there's also another one that I've used a couple of times, and they have a free app and then they have a subscription. I've never paid a subscription, you know me. Just not. Well, I probably would. Actually, I would probably pay a fee for allstays.com. Again, it's Allstays, ALLSTAYS, allstays.com. Also, for you new guys, we just crossed the Colorado River. We're on Highway 1431. We are in Central Texas, near Kingsland. We're headed towards Marble Falls, Texas on Highway 1431. We are going east. But anyway, another good campsite is allstays.com, and it's better than, in my opinion, better than freecamping.net in that it has not only the free campsites, it's got BLMs, public lands, Corps of Engineers, state parks, national parks, it's got Walmart, it's got other large stores that allow camping or overnight stays. So, and it's just got a lot of information, and it's got it by state, and then you can go by city. And then they also have something I think is very helpful for you people that are in big rigs. In other words, if you're towing a big fifth wheel, a large travel trailer, or you're in a large motorhome, they have two features on allstays.com that will be very helpful for you guys, in that they show the road grades. In other words, if there are roads on your path that have steep grades, you can search for those and it'll show you where they are, and you can go around them. And it will also show you bridge clearances for those of you that have the big rigs. Some of them require better than 13.5 feet clearance, and so you need to be aware of that. But again, there's two of them that I use. One is freecamping.net. The other one is allstays.com. If you're a full-time RVer or you've got a big rig, it would probably be to your advantage to go ahead and pay the fee. There are some additional features that you get when you pay the annual fee. The free app still gives you a lot of info, basically all I need, because I'm not pulling a heavy travel trailer and don't need to worry about really steep grades or bridge clearances, etc. So just a little heads up on that. And for those of you that just wanted to learn something from this video, you can click off now, because that's it. And now I'll just ramble on about whatever I want to talk about, which is not much. Oh man, we've had some pretty September weather. I know you guys out in Florida really got hit hard, apparently. And just, you know, that's the pleasures of living in Florida, I guess. The same way along the coast of Texas, that's the pleasures of, well, there are no pleasures of living along the coast of Texas, I gotta tell you that, as far as I know. Humidity, mosquitoes. Something else I'll mention, my comment call video I did this morning, YouTube wouldn't monetize it because it says it wasn't, the content was not suitable for advertisers, for advertising. I mean, what can I say, guys? You got to know that if they're coming down on me for my nothing videos that get very few views, can you imagine what's happening to some of these guys that are a little bit, or a lot foul-mouthed and racist and all other kind of crap? Come on, or political or whatever. I guess they just about cut them off, huh? Probably. So, this is 1431. We're going to Marble Falls. I'm going to Marble Falls. I'm going to HEB and get me some cherries and cherry juice, because I think I want to try that. Might as well, huh? Might help. A lot of people in Florida without power. A lot of people in Houston still without power. So we've had 2 hurricanes hit in a row, or pretty close together. And you know that. But you know, the downside of it is, yeah, there is a lot of damage, terrible damage, and that, you know, everybody hates that. The upside is now the insurance companies have to come out with billions of dollars to rebuild all that stuff. There'll be some high-paying jobs for the next 5 years or more, and you know, and that's good, because in those areas it'll help. You know, their economies will boom, and that money will be spread all over the United States, because there'll be people traveling there to get jobs and sending money home, and on the chain of events goes. So, you know, the downside is it's a terrible thing to have happen, a lot of damage. The upside is, you know, a lot of rebuilding will be going on. A lot of people headed that way now. There's a hardware store out of Llano, Texas called Buttery, B-U-T-T-E-R-Y, Buttery. And believe it or not, they have like a disaster response team, and they haul thousands and thousands of dollars worth of materials on trucks, and they have a lot of trucks, and they haul stuff to these disaster areas and sell it. But they have stuff stacked on their trucks all the time, ready to go. And when a disaster strikes, they make money. This little community we're coming into here is called Granite Shoals. Lake LBJ, Lake Lyndon Baines Johnson, which is off to my right, or south, used to be called Lake Granite Shoals. But after LBJ left office, shortly thereafter, this was renamed in his honor. And that's where that name came from. I know you wanted to know that. This is a sleepy little town. This one is incorporated. This is actually my water department from where I live. They own the water supply in my subdivision. We have 2 water wells that supplies water to about, I don't know, maybe 200 homes. And they bought it out from the Property Owners Association, or basically just took it over. They didn't really buy it. They just took it over because the Property Owners Association was basically inactive, and the people that were supposed to be taking care of the water system were not doing a very good job. So they turned it over to this city, which immediately sold their water system out to a Canadian group, which is owned by a Chinese group. Because the Chinese can't directly own water systems in the U.S., so they do it indirectly by owning a corporation in Canada, and then that corporation buys the property in the USA. So you make a law or a rule with the best intentions, and it doesn't take people long to figure out how to go around it. You know, that Allstays app, it shows roadside parks. It shows where to get gas. I mean, it's a multi-app in one if you pay the fee. But again, you know, there's all kind of apps for gasoline. I hope this girl didn't step out in the highway. Is that a girl? No, it's a guy. Yo. These are the prisoners out